Welcome back to Do It on a Dime. Get organized fast. This is the beginner's guide, and it's the video you have been asking for. I have organized hundreds of spaces over the years on Do It on a Dime using dollar store products, doing it super affordably.
Many of you have asked about my labels or asked for a label making tutorial if you're looking to do these things at home, a step-by-step guide. So that's exactly what today's video is and how to do it affordably. A big thanks to Cricut for sponsoring today's video.
Today, I'll go over making permanent labels for anything you're organizing, how to make sticker labels and cardstock labels, and how to do iron-on labels, which is also simple and one of my favorite processes.
For the past 5 years, I've absolutely loved my Cricut Joy. She is the most affordable machine that Cricut sells, and her size makes her so beginner-friendly and easy to work with. The Cricut Joy Xtra is Cricut's second most affordable product, just like the Joy in terms of compact size, but I love her because you can cut up to 8.5 inches wide on a mat, and it supports print then cut, so you can print something on your printer at home and cut it out on the machine. Now on to the pretty things.
First up, your basic permanent vinyl labels made easy.
This is the most basic label that can do a lot. Place on dollar store containers, whether they're plastic, wood, glass, or metal. All you need is your Cricut machine and smart vinyl, as well as transfer tape.
This is Bluetooth activated, and I've connected it to my laptop, which has downloaded Cricut Design Space. You can look for any type of label that you want. So if you're organizing a pantry, you can type in pantry labels. All you do is drop this in your project and resize. That is it.
Want a pro designer look with no work? Go down to Advanced Search, click on it. At the top, click on Image Sets. These are pre-grouped with labels that have been created together, so they look like a set, something that was meant to go together and it's already been designed for you. All you have to do is add these to your project. Resize till your heart's content, and it doesn't have to be perfect. When you click Make, Cricut will align it for you to use the least vinyl possible.
If you want to make a more custom label, you can use different fonts. So what I like to do is use my favorite font, which is Annie Lou. You add a text box, type in what you want your label to be, change your font, size, and that's it. I also love to use picture labels. Over the years, lots of you ask about my picture labels. All of these came from Cricut, and I did not have to make any of them myself. Like, they're already just in there. I just search for them and drop them into the project.
For purposes of demonstration, I'm doing one of each: 2 Cricut images and a custom text. When you're ready, click Make and select Without Mat for Smart Vinyl. And I'll cut this on my Cricut Joy Xtra. It'll tell me exactly what to do step by step.
All I have to do is load this directly into the machine. Once my project is cut, I'm going to remove it from the machine, and then I'm going to weed out my vinyl.
This part is so satisfying, and it only takes a couple minutes. Peel back the excess and use the weeding tool to remove the center of letters or details. Now we're going to put our transfer tape on our design. I laid mine face down on the sticky side, or you can have your design face up and lay the transfer tape on top. The transfer tape is clear, so this makes it really easy to put on your containers. Peel the backing away, and your decal should stick to the transfer tape.
Now you're ready to label, and here's how easy it is. I just set this right where I want it on any type of bin. I'm going to gently rub it over the top and peel back the transfer tape.
Any label you've ever seen me make ever on my channel, actually for almost the last 10 years, I have made in this way. If I was just getting started, I'd get some affordable containers and I would organize a small spot of my home with products that I'm using all the time or buy frequently. I'd make it cohesive with matching labels, a little corner that makes me happy all on its own. Pantries are a great place to start, and so is under your sink. And let me know in the comments, do you like picture labels or do you like to organize with words? Usually I end up using a combination of both. Really, the real key is cohesive.
I also love organizing the inside of my refrigerator. This is one of my most used and loved spaces with my Cricut, and this vinyl has held up for years.
Permanent vinyl is washable, and this area takes a beating, and it's been in our fridge like this for 5 years. I also love using it on the garage. Again, you can use this on metal, wood, for a variety of spaces that are super creative that maybe you haven't thought of before.
Permanent vinyl is such a great place to start. It also goes really well on glass products, especially from the dollar store. You can make anything look really custom and do it fast. Like, this elevates your organization to give it that cohesive look. Cohesive containers and cohesive labels are going to help it stay organized and make it look beautiful. I'm so excited. Up next, we're talking about writable and sticker labels. Especially if you don't like your handwriting, you are going to love this feature.
The Cricut Joy Xtra comes with a pen right in the box.
It is really easy to interchange the blade with this pen to write right on cardstock or sticker paper. All you have to do is open this latch, open your pen, and I'm going to remove the blade and I'm going to put my pen inside and close. That's it.
My favorite way to make labels is with the shape tool. Insert your shape. I'm choosing this one because I think it's perfect for a folder, and I changed the color to white. At the top of the screen, you'll see the operation tool. Now this is set for a basic cut. Now I'm going to add an image. Because it's for a folder, I'll add a pencil and change the operation to pen. My machine now knows to cut the outline and draw this image on with the pen. Decorate to your heart's content. I like to add some flourishes and embellishments. I'm going to personalize this with my son's name, and I'm going to change the style of the text to writing, and that's going to make it nice and clear with my pen. Click group so everything becomes one item, and then attach. And then I can replicate this attachment so I can have lots of labels. Cricut will line these up for me. Now I'm going to insert my writable vinyl, and there's no need for transfer tape on this one. And the awesome thing is the machine will tell me when to insert my pen for drawing, and then later when to insert my blade for cutting. So it's basically foolproof. I just have to follow with exactly what the computer tells me to do. I like to make lots of these all at once so I can get to labeling. I could customize each one if I wanted to, but I use these for back to school. I also use these for gifts. I keep all of these on hand, custom made from the Sneerly Family Kitchen. These are great stickers to put on top of casseroles that I make for people, cookies, or even during the holidays. And if you want to take this file and put your name in there so you can do the same thing, I linked it down below for you so you can really easily make these stickers yourself. It's already pre-done for you.
I love using affordable products to organize, especially mason jars, the wide mouth mason jars. You can use your Cricut to label the top on cardstock.
This is medium weight cardstock, and I put it right on the Cricut Joy Extra Matte, and I used a writing font, and this is linked down for you too. I have it for a wide mouth mason jar as well as a standard mason jar. Then after it's cut and written, I just peel back the excess, and I have these labels that are perfect inside a pantry. These stick right inside the mason jar lid, and then you can just screw it on. Completely custom, affordable, and it's probably using products you already have at home. Now, my friend, maybe you have a keen eye for checking out some of these things that you've seen me organize in videos and how I make them beautiful and cohesive. You can see this is what I did in my assistant Kathy's pantry. And now that you know how to work with vinyl labels, you can see how I label these dollar store bins too. You can probably look at the products and go, oh, now I know how she made that. On these oil bottles, we just used writable vinyl. And I don't know about you, because there is debate on this. Some people really like to have black vinyl lettering. I actually prefer white vinyl lettering, even when the product inside is white. I just think it looks crisp and clear, but feel free to fight about it in the comments below. Consider spicing it up and using a darker paper as well as a white pen. This looks really cool too. I love a good before and after. This space needed so much love when she moved in, and now it is completely organized. Everything has a place and it's all easy to see. Every single product in here was labeled with my Cricut Joy Extra, and all of the products came from the dollar store. Every single one. I don't want you to miss this next trick because it's definitely a game changer.
I think this might be one of my favorite and unsung ways to organize, and this is using Smart Iron-On Vinyl. What is so cool about this is I can iron this onto containers that are made of fabric, whether I want to use images or whether I want to use words, and I can cut it the same right in my Cricut.
One of my most used accessories is the Cricut EasyPress Mini.
Isn't this just like so cute?
Cricut sells an iron-on vinyl, and all I have to do is use my Cricut EasyPress Mini to heat up the area, and then I set my vinyl right on top. And then I slowly go over it, making sure all the letters have adhered. But if you have any fabric bins or you want beautiful organization that is out, this is one of my favorite tricks to use. I've used it many times. The interface in Design Space is also really simple. I just add my text, choose the font that I want, and I like to play around with different fonts on the same label. Iron-on vinyl has the transfer tape attached, so when you go to cut it, select Mirror, and this is going to make your project backwards so it adheres the correct way onto your project. You'll see what I mean.
You always want to put this shiny side down. I weeded out the design. This is so weirdly satisfying, and I used my Cricut EasyPress Mini to apply the design, and I followed Cricut's heat guide to make sure I had the right settings for time and temperature. These turn out so professionally every time, and it's really beginner friendly.
Once you start working with iron-on vinyl, trust me, this is one you're going to want to use often.
Everything I used in today's video will be linked down below, including all of the project files, so you can take them and make them yours in Design Space. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a big thumbs up and ask me me any Cricut related questions in the comments down below. I would love to answer them, my beautiful friend, if nobody has told you today. You are more than enough. I'll catch you in the next one. I will come for the hug. I always come for the hug. Bye.